Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You already know what time it is, man. It is me, PLA to the Z. And you already know, man, how we do this time, man. To my left, I got my dog S Dot. What it do?
What it does.
Yes. And we got my fam, Johnny John in the motherfucking building. What it do, Johnny John?
Hey, I'm good to be back, baby. Love it.
Yeah. That's another special one. Legends on Legends, right?
Legends edition. Yeah.
You know what? Should I stop the music? Let me stop the music. We're going to hit the siren for this one. Johnny John, you want to introduce this guest, man?
Oh, definitely.
Let's get it.
We got the legend.
Oh, yeah.
We got the legend on legend.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy to say she's a good friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Here, she always showing support. I mean, she's been in the industry for years. Her name rings bells. I mean, she is a Las Vegas legend.
Yeah.
And I want to give it up. Let's give it an applause for Joslyn James in the building.
Let's go, man.
Let's give it up.
Y'all.
Joslyn James in the building. Ooh.
Beautiful. I can't stop looking at her, but
keep your eyes on the prize.
You know.
Yo, man, thanks for coming through. You know,
My pleasure.
So how you doing, fam?
I am so good.
That's what's up. Married now? Just had a kid?
I am married now. Just had a baby 3 months ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I can't tell. Baby,
Right.
where?
Right.
Damn.
Yeah. Lucky man.
I know.
Lucky man.
That's what's up. So, so just living the family life, or?
Yeah, I've been living the family life for quite some time. I don't know. Most people know that I already have a son who is 25 from my first marriage, but I've always been a mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's good to be a wife again, and just do what I'm good at, other than other things.
That's right.
Hey,
Which is why my husband isn't going anywhere.
Oh, yeah, I know he is. Clap it up for the husband.
yeah. I met him too. He cool as hell, bro.
Yeah, he better be.
Yeah, he ain't got no choice. Yeah, shout out to your husband. That's what's up. So you love dogs as well, right?
I love all animals. Actually, we were just talking because we plan to buy, a few acres, not necessarily in Vegas, but yes, in Vegas. But I want to have a camel farm.
A camel farm?
Camel farm, yeah, because I love camel milk. I've got a friend who has a farm in Colorado, and we were picking her and her husband's brain, and it's just like so fascinating. I grew up in the Adirondacks, which is pretty rural. My childhood friend had a dairy farm. So growing up with, cows and pigs and goats and stuff, and yes, camels are a little bit ferocious at times.
What?
They're a lot like llamas and alpacas. They're a little sassy.
Wait, do they bite or
they
what?
spit.
They spit.
They spit on you? Damn.
Does the spit got poison in it or something?
No, I mean, it's got sass in it, but
Damn.
no, but I just love everything about like farm life and just kind of having a big family compound because I want more kids and I just want to have a bunch of animals, like a dog rescue, and just everybody can come and live at my house.
Damn, that's what's up. I be watching them shows where people be living like that all the time, man.
Yeah, I'd be jealous.
I can't do it. I can't even go camping.
Right.
Don't take me nowhere out of the city. I need the city life. But that's dope. I mean, I bet you'll be hella more healthier.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be eating them motherfucking camels too?
You can eat them in Saudi Arabia.
Damn.
I never had camel meat before. But
You said camel milk though, right?
yeah, camel milk.
And what's that's good for your face?
Oh, it's good for everything. I mean, I'm 47.
Damn.
Wow.
Because you've been drinking camel milk.
Camel milk.
That's what
and you
you
can also use camel milk to make soap. Like you can make goat milk soap and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Oh, she ain't playing.
No.
So how does it taste?
Delicious, nice and creamy.
Yeah. I heard of camel pageants. Like beauty pageants, they have camel pageants.
They do.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Nice and creamy. I don't want no creamy milk. Nothing.
Yeah.
You don't want creamy milk?
Nah.
No, you don't like milk?
Nah. You remember back in the day, they used to be like, milk, it does a body good.
Yeah. It
Then you
does.
get older and motherfuckers be like, you drunk too much milk, now you lactose intolerant.
Well,
You
camel
feel the whole
milk
day.
isn't lactose. Camel milk is lactose free.
Oh,
really?
okay.
Yeah, because it's
that's
not
dope.
a cow.
Okay, well, who's the first person who thought about milking the camel and drinking it? Is he a freak or what?
I think because, in a lot of different countries where they don't necessarily have cows and they have camels, like that's,
Yeah. Okay.
anything that has udders can be milk.
Yeah, anything that has nipples can be milk. What about you, Sean? I'm sure I can. This guy.
That's funny as hell. Man, that's what's up. So for the people who's watching, our fans, can you give them a little bit about who you are?
Well, I grew up in the Adirondacks. I graduated high school and moved away to Chicago for the summer before I went to Stevens College in Columbia, Missouri. Go Stevens!
Stevens College?
Yeah, it's an all-girls college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Any
Shout
fun?
out, shout out.
No.
Any stories? Any stories?
She said, any fun?
Yes, but I'm going to keep that to myself.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Well, needless to say, there's a lot of shows I can't watch anymore.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Okay. No, I don't.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, why don't you tell us?
Right.
No.
All right.
But then after college, I moved to Houston. That's where I met my first husband. We got married, moved to Seattle. That's where my first marriage was. And then I left. Moved to Vegas, and here I am. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I do have a quick question.
Sure.
How does your son feel about his new little sister, right?
Well, they have not met yet, but he is quite excited about her. He's already got 2 little brothers, and then I have 2 bonus kids, and my bonus son is completely obsessed with her, as she is with him.
How old is he?
He's 8.
Oh, he's crazy about it.
Yeah. Oh, he's obsessed. Like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to teach her how to drive. She's not going to be able to do anything. I'm like, okay, I like this.
Oh, yeah.
I like this.
Protect her. and you got an in-home babysitter when he get older.
True.
Yeah.
That's good. I wish mine would listen like that. But so all your dogs is named after Popeye characters?
Yes. My 2 dogs are Popeye, Olive Oil, and my cats are Sweet Pea and Bluto. Yeah.
Popeye used to be, that was a good cartoon.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's up. Did you always watch it or something? Or
I watched it growing up, but then when I adopted both the dogs, I did this kind of like choose the names of my dogs on Facebook. So every week I had a contest where we just kind of narrowed it down, and at the end of the contest, Popeye and Olive were the winners. So that's why they're Popeye and Olive.
I wanted to apologize for having all this liquor out here. You know what I'm saying? I know something I wanted to talk to you about. You had made a post about sobriety and overcoming drugs and alcohol. And you want to talk how you kind of got past some of that adversity?
Oh, I can talk about why I started.
Okay.
Because not everybody knows why they start. Lots of childhood trauma, lots of trauma in my first marriage, and some things that had occurred, and I just wanted to be numb and escape. And that worked for a while. Alcohol and drugs worked for quite some time. And then they just stopped. And then I was still using at that time, but then I lost my mother to the C word. I don't say the C word. And then I fell into a case of Jack Daniels and was there for quite some time until I went to an event at Red Rock and I drank an obscene amount of liquor. Obscene. Woke up in my bed. Clearly they had got me home safely. I was still in the orange chiffon dress that I was in. This is in July in Vegas, so, hot. But when I woke up, I felt amazing. My hair and my makeup were perfect. My chiffon dress was unwrinkled. I still had my shoes on. I felt amazing, and I thought I was dead. So I walked out into my hallway, and I had this big, huge mirror that I got from some furniture store. And I'm looking, and I'm just like, I felt glittery around me. And I'm like, am I dead?
Damn.
When my dogs are looking at me, I'm like, dogs see dead people. I must be dead. I must be fucking dead. So I called my best friend back home in New York, and I'm like, Holly, am I dead? And she goes, I would hope not, because that means you're dead and you called my phone. So she's like, go out in the hallway and see if anybody sees you. I'm like, no, I'm clearly not dead. And I just went like that. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm going to submit to whatever it is. And, later on I had talked to a doctor about how I got sober, and they're like, well, with how much alcohol you were consuming, you could have died. I'm like, well, I overdosed 4 times. I'm not scared of dying. Like, it is what it is. If I was going to die, I would have done it already. So,
yeah, you sound like Mike Tyson. No, he did just say something like that, though, for real.
And that was it. It was the last drink I ever took, the last anything I ever took, and it was the best thing I ever did.
So your life changed.
That's what's up.
But going through the detox by myself in my apartment with my dogs, probably not the safest thing. Don't recommend it. But that's how I had to get sober. It was cold turkey. If I died, I died. And submit to being able to accept the things I couldn't change.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was the hardest part because, when somebody dies, you're never going to get answers. Were you going to get answers if they were still alive? Probably not. But I had to just be okay with that, and whatever was going to come my way, if nobody was going to accept me back or forgive me for whatever it was that I had done that I don't remember, then I had to be okay with that too. But everybody still loved me because they said, I knew you were still in there. I knew you were in there.
Well, we happy you here for sure.
Right. Yeah. That's what's up. I hope somebody can, see that and understand that and learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And that's great, man. I'm happy for you. That's what's up. That's what's up. So you was in the adult industry. How old was you when you started?
When I started, it was 2005, and I was 27, and it's been 20 years, and I'm still here.
Damn.
Wow. Yeah. I know you've been through, you've seen it all, done it all, been to some cool parties.
I sure have.
Some Diddy party? No, not Diddy party.
I've already talked to Gloria already, and she said, you're not allowed to talk about that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay. Talk about that.
No.
Ain't nothing to say.
What about Hugh Hefner, a Playboy party?
Of course. I was a Playboy.
A Playboy.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and my most, this was probably, how old was I? I think I was 42. The most recent time I did Playboy, 42 or 43. Yep.
Damn. So you knew Hef?
Yeah.
How was he?
Old man. And I wasn't really his type because I had red hair at the time, brown hair. He liked his blondes. He liked everybody to be very obedient, and I'm not obedient. Except for to my husband.
Hey, he still used you.
Yeah. He thought it was fun and spunky. Yeah.
So take me to a party real quick, walk me to the door. So when you walk in the door, they got hors d'oeuvres and shit. Everybody just walking around kicking it.
And then it's funny because I've watched a lot of the documentaries about it since he's passed away, and a lot of stuff is very, very, very true. That little powder room off the hallway had the what I mean in it. It sure did. It sure did. It was a pile high.
Oh man!
So when they're like, there was never on the premise, there sure was.
Sure was.
All the
sure
time.
Was.
So I don't know if it's too much to ask, but was there really underground
tunnels?
Yeah.
It's just like Vegas.
What? It's underground tunnels?
Yeah.
See, I don't know shit.
See, I don't know nothing. See, that's how out of it. That's how they hold me back. They're like, you're in Hollywood, but you can't go all the way to Hollywood.
So let's take us back. You said underground tunnels.
Yeah.
How you know about this, cuz? No.
I mean, it's all over the internet.
They said Diddy's house is connected. The house, right?
Well, he's not the only one.
Oh, it is for real?
There's a lot of people, yeah.
Wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. So it's, damn. So they just driving up there and then nobody see them? No.
I think it's like a walk, right?
There's a path.
Oh, man.
You been in there before?
There's a path, and it exists.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going to say about that.
That's dope. That's dope that you been around these legends and seen them.
I always tell my husband I wish I could be be able to unsee what I've seen.
Oh, man.
Really? You wish you unseen some of the things you said?
Oh, yes. Because then my mind would be blank. I'd have so much more space.
Damn, that's crazy. What's one of the craziest things you've seen?
In my lifetime?
Yeah, that you seen. That just was just like.
About it.
I mean,
I can't talk about it.
Well, okay, all right. But I mean, just something where you just was like, damn, I ain't see that coming.
Jammie Foxx party.
What?
Jammie Foxx party.
So the stories are true.
Well, there's a Jammie Foxx party, and then there's a Cirque du Soleil party. They're both.
With Guy Liberté, you been at his parties? Wow, you've been to the ultimate parties. Like those are.
So let's talk about this party. What was?
I wish I could blink enough to unsee what I saw.
Damn.
Yeah. Not that it was horrifying, but it would, when you see something and it like you're not expecting to see something, you're taken back and you almost pee in your pants.
Right.
Damn. Oh.
So was this before COVID?
Oh yeah, this was like between 2005 and 2008.
Oh, the good times.
Oh yeah.
The good
Oh
times.
yeah.
That was the good times back then.
Oh man.
I always said I wish I was like in the '80s so I can go to a Rick James party back in the day.
I actually know one of his daughters.
Oh, you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the one that's that does the shows and stuff for him?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
She's pretty. She's bad
She's
too.
amazing.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
She's amazing. We've had some times in the bathroom or two, me and her.
Okay.
Damn.
If I was a fly on the wall, I'd be.
So what's going on in this bathroom? No.
So what is?
I love the ladies too. What can I say?
I love it.
I ain't mad at you.
What are some of the fun times like? I mean, obviously what's going on set, but some of the things that happen, funny things that happen on set, like you didn't expect.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's funny, but I can laugh about it now.
Okay.
I was actually just talking to my husband about this particular story. It was supposed to be a girl, boy ATM. I don't know if you guys know what that means. In porn language, that means ass to mouth.
Oh, I thought it was a ATM machine. My bad.
I wish. No, so ATM in porn is ass
Okay.
to mouth. And clearly ass to mouth means penis is going in somebody's butt and the other person is... so, yeah. Not my first anal, but the other girl it clearly had to have been her first anal on camera anyways. Because she was, running a little bit late. Because normally the main girl gets there first to get made up, and then the second girl comes, and then the guy comes. Okay. You guys only see us made up, and you don't hear all the riffraff talk that goes on. So you guys are spared that beautiful detail because your penis probably wouldn't work if you heard it all.
That part. That's funny.
Because my husband's actually former industry too, and he's just like, I just don't remember hearing any of that stuff. I'm like, yeah, you weren't there yet.
Yeah.
You missed all that glorified talk.
Yeah.
So the gal gets there. I'm not going to say her name. She knows who she is. But she gets there and she's just like, yeah, guys, I'm so sorry. I had to stop and get a breakfast burrito.
What?
I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And she's like, yeah, I was so hungry. Had to get a breakfast burrito from wherever it was. I'm like, I'm sorry. You knew it was an anal scene today, right? And she's like, oh yeah. And I'm like,
Oh, shit. Literally.
yeah. So I'm like, okay.
You told her that too.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. So I went over to the director. I was like, come here.
Right.
And I was like, go over there and ask her, ask her to tell you what she just said to me. He's like, why? And I'm like, I just want you to know. Because, yeah, I ain't doing this.
I heard that.
And so he walked over and she's like, da-da. I just regurgitated what she just told me. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm out.
So
Damn.
He's like, no, Joslyn, hold on. Wait, what did you say? And she said it again. I'm like, yeah, for real.
Damn.
And he's like, he calls her into the other room because we're shooting at this house up in the hills somewhere. This is in California. And she comes out crying. She's like, I can't do the shoot now because of you. And I'm like, oh, this isn't because of me, sweetheart. You ate a breakfast burrito before an anal scene.
Right.
And I'm supposed to eat
Breakfast burritos.
penis out of your butt. And I'm sorry.
God
Because it was like, they had, frosting going up our butt, whipped cream. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm sorry. Like,
My face is stuck.
No.
I can't unstuck it. My face. Like,
yeah.
is there like a rule? Like, obviously, there's a rule. But
What you supposed to
what's
eat?
the hours? Like
Pineapples?
before you actually.
Common decency and porn etiquette 101 to don't eat before an anal scene, preferably get a colonic, and know what Imodium and an enema is.
Imodium?
Yeah.
I should probably find out. Pause.
That that clean you out, right?
Well, Imodium will stop you up if there is any kind of lingering whatevers, potentially. But most proper etiquette is you don't eat until, the night before prior. 12 hours usually is, preferred, and get a colonic. She didn't even know what one was.
Oh, hell no.
She clearly didn't have any porno.
You dodged the bullet then.
I know I did, but I had
You dodged more than that.
I did, but I had to carry the whole scene by myself because it was supposed to be 2 girls and a guy, which means I was taking Shawn Michaels the entire time.
Shawn Michaels from WWE?
No.
Bro.
I just
No, but I heard of Shawn Michaels before.
Yeah.
He's very famous.
Yeah, and it's not tiny. Yeah. So needless to say, my rate had doubled, and I got a little bit of extra for, having to be fabulous.
Hell yeah. We got a legend in the building. She know what the hell she's doing. I know you've been through it, so
Yeah,
you
that
can handle
was.
it.
Damn. So, hey, how you How do you not like get any emotions towards people? Like, how you separate work from emotions? You know what I mean?
Well, work is work and personal is personal.
Yeah.
Two totally different things, and that's Joslyn. My husband is not married to Joslyn. He's married to Veronica. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's like an alter ego.
Yeah, absolutely. And Joslyn doesn't live at my house, but her stuff does.
Do you go out like? I mean, well, obviously, when you go out, like, do you go to conventions still and like? When you go out, you get like fans of like, oh my gosh, like.
Oh yeah, and it's the craziest one because it normally happens in Whole Foods. Like, because I do still travel a lot for feature dancing, and I also am a patient care coordinator for a few plastic surgeons. So I'm traveling quite a bit, and it'll always be at freaking Whole Foods or Home Depot, and somebody will like send me a video of me, on Instagram or whatever, and I'm like, okay,
They're spying on you?
they're just following me through the store, and I'm just like, you could just say hi instead of look like a stalker.
That make
They're
it
like,
look worse, huh?
Exactly. And that's what I said. They're like, oh, I wasn't trying to. I'm like, that's exactly
That's
what
worse.
you look like.
Yeah.
Just come and be weird and say hi. Like,
Have you ever had a stalker or anything like that?
Damn.
All right, next subject.
well, when I first moved here, I was renting, but when you're renting, it's easy to get out of a lease for that said situation. But since I've bought my house, it's been very, very important for me to keep that completely confidential and private, so that I don't have that same situation.
Yeah.
Because, it's scary.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any like music videos?
I have done a few for some local artists out in California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about movies?
Mainstream movies?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I've done a lot of TV though.
Oh,
a lot
yeah?
of TV.
That's what's up. You thinking about doing any more, or
I mean, I'm always open.
what's going on right now? What you got going on right now?
Mommying.
Mommy.
Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's like my main focus
Yeah,
right now, is just making
job.
sure that, she knows that she is completely loved, and, she's always got mommy and daddy.
That's what's up. That's what's
And
up.
her brother and her fur baby brothers and sisters.
Can I ask a funny question real quick?
Sure.
I want to ask you, because you say your son is older. Right?
Uh-huh.
How old is he?
25.
25. Before you got married, like, did your son's friends be like, hey, I want to meet your mom? Like,
His friends from college would hit me up on Instagram, like, I run track with. I'm like, yeah, no.
that doesn't help.
That's a hard no.
It's a hard no.
That's a hard no. Just Google it, I guess, because no.
And you know they are.
Yeah.
For sure.
But no, that's one thing that it's been very important to keep his identity very, very private, because he deserves that right to have a private life.
Yeah.
And if somebody finds out, people are going to find out things, and that's unfortunate. But I will go to bat for my children, all of them.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Just because I'm tiny, it don't mean I'm not crazy. My daddy used to always say, because my daddy was 5'6", he said, dynamite comes in small packages. Watch out.
Damn, that's a fact. You see this little hand right here, boy? No.
See this elbow?
I gotta know. I gotta know. What are your measurements of
42, 27, 42.
Damn. Damn.
Like he was on a calculator. He was waiting to ask that question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was. Speaking of those measurements, I want y'all to do something for me. I'm gonna pull up some boobs, and I want y'all to rate them and try to tell me whose boobs they are. Y'all with it?
Okay.
Well, you could rate them. Let's rate them.
Nice.
I say they saw a 10. I like them. They're
That was a
cute.
10?
Yeah.
Damn, they nice.
What you say, John?
Beyonce? I don't know.
No. Can't say never
I
went
said-
out there like that.
I'm saying what 1 out of 10?
Oh, a 10 for sure.
10?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Is that 10?
I give it a 9.
Okay. We're gonna go.
Snob.
All right, what about these right here?
Oh, those are sweet.
Oh,
They're sweet. She looks nice.
Okay. What you rate them?
Sweet 7?
Okay, sweet 7. Who you think that is?
I have no idea.
Okay, what you rate it?
I I'll give it a 7.
7. That's that.
I give it a 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. That's
I
cool.
mean, I like to motorboat my boobs though. Like I need like.
I heard that.
Boom. J-Lo.
Oh really?
I was gonna say that.
Okay.
I was gonna say Selena Gomez or something.
Right.
I was gonna say
Those
J-Lo.
are good guesses.
Sure.
All right, let's do another one. What y'all think?
The same person.
Same boobs.
Same? Y'all think the same?
No, it's the same person.
Oh, God damn. Oh, shit.
And I
All right.
I don't like those boobs.
There we go. There we go.
I mean,
God
I give it a 7 too.
All right, y'all said 7.
Yeah.
Kim K.
I give it a 10 on them bad boys. That's because it's Kim K. So I give it a 10 on them bad boys.
I give her a 9.5.
All right. Let's get to another one then. Let's go. Let's see.
Oh, that's Dolly Parton.
God damn. All right. Go ahead. All right, let's see. How would you would have knew that was her? Just
Yeah.
what?
Absolutely. Because actually, I just got ordained to be able to marry people in the state of Nevada for the next 5 years, and Dolly Parton is one of my characters that I'm going to be.
Oh really?
Oh,
For sure.
Dolly Parton, like one of the first ones who was like, is she the first woman to have plastic surgery or
Not in the world, but
like as an entertainer? I'm saying, yeah. Cause
Yeah, that's what she's known for, huh? That's
Yeah.
just like one of the things.
yeah, I look at her. Look at old Dolly.
I mean, that had to be like some, I'm about to say, because it was like some young boobs right there.
You said that was her boobs
like
right
that.
now.
Not right now.
All right, let's go. We got one more. 2 more.
Dang, she was cool back then.
we've seen those already.
Yeah, we seen that.
Who's that?
No, y'all ain't seen them?
Yeah, I don't know who this is.
Are you sure? Latin lady, really popular.
What you give them?
I'll give it a I give it a 10.
Yeah.
I like the
I like
outside.
it,
That's a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I can tell you when to pop out.
even if it's push up, it still looks really nice. Yes.
Salma Hayek.
Salma Hayek, yeah.
Yeah, did y'all know that?
That's why I'm just like, I'm
not
a
at all.
Latin girl. She's really saucy, really curvy.
All right, this the last one, guys. This for Sean and John.
I give it a 10.
There you go, man. Y'all was having a little too much fun. I had to get Fun's over, guys.
That is hilarious.
Man, yeah. So what's up? You down with the Roll Tide, I heard?
Of course.
What? How that happen?
Well, my granddaddy used to wear a hat like Bear Bryant did when my granddad was alive, and that's just always kind of like what drew me to Bear Bryant in Alabama.
So you a big sports fan,
I
or?
love sports. I love sports. I don't really have any allegiance to any teams except for Alabama. But yeah, my daughter too. That's like if she's fussing or whatever, you got to put on Gregory Isaacs or
Gregory Isaacs, I
the
heard
basketball or the football, and she just watches.
Yeah.
She got really upset the other night when the Lakers were not Lakering because her dad was getting upset, and she was like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, if you're going to be fussing, you cannot watch the game.
So you like NFL too, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
That's how me and my wife, we just be kicking it, watching sports, chilling, hanging out, watching movies.
Y'all don't play. Y'all don't play about the sports.
We going to slap fight.
Oh,
What?
Yes. And then I was excited because my wife was like, we got front row seats. I'm like, bet. But then I had said this to somebody. I'm like, man, we're going to see somebody get the juice slapped out of them.
Yeah.
But the juice might land on me, though.
Yeah.
That's what.
Hey, you better wear one of those little masks, or clear masks.
Oh, hell
would you do
no.
that?
If some juice gets slapped on me, it's over.
Would you do that?
Like,
Would you do the slap fight?
would I let somebody slap the shit out of me and put my face out like this?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Hell no, right.
You see that's almost worse than boxing.
No,
Yeah.
no, almost it is.
I don't even know how they can keep doing that. Like,
I have no idea.
ain't that like some
That shit
type
fun to
of
watch.
yeah?
It'd be funny because a dude like after he gets slapped, like yeah, like you know you about to tell him up, he go all the way back, and dude just be like,
What really get me is when they know they can't win, when they know they ain't got enough power and they still in the match. Like damn.
Waiting to get knocked out.
Yeah.
Wait.
Did you used to play any sports growing up too?
I did.
You did?
I ran track. I played volleyball. I was a cheerleader. Basketball, softball. Where I grew up, we didn't have, our school wasn't big enough for a football team, so we were really big in soccer, cross-country skiing. That was actually a sport in our school. Cross-country skiing.
Damn.
Damn.
Because that must have been like northern Illinois.
No, I grew up in New York.
Oh, yeah. What
up
the
in
hell?
the Adirondacks, it's about an hour and a half north of Albany.
Oh.
So no black folks.
Well, when I was there, it was 1.5.
Damn. And his name was Jerry. Look.
No, Matt.
And they made a statue out of him. There you go.
Hey, yo, Jerry was getting all the girls.
Oh, maybe not.
Nobody had me. Nobody had me.
Okay.
All right.
They want you now. They're trying
It's so
now.
funny because like they, during a certain time they interviewed a bunch of people from back home and they're like, yeah, we just never saw this coming, this whole porn career of hers because she wasn't having sex with anybody. Sure wasn't.
Yeah.
Sure wasn't. So I can go back home going, yep, didn't do you, or you.
Yeah. Like Marilyn Monroe, she was like soft spoken when she was, in the beginning. And it's her story. She became a big star. Yeah.
Who was somebody that you kind of looked up to? Like, and like you said, Marilyn Monroe. Was it anybody who?
Jane Mansfield, Veronica Lake. Yeah. Dolly Parton, of course, because since when I was 5 years old, I remember going to see my little sister who was just born, and we walked into the elevator, and this lady, I looked up, and she just had these boobs, and it was during that time where Madonna was wearing the cone kind of bra things, and I just was like, wow, I'm gonna have boobs like those one day, and my uncle was like, Ronnie, stop
You said that?
Yeah, I sure did, and I was pointing, I'm just like, and got him.
You sure do. So,
do your back and shit be hurting or like how?
My back hurts from carrying my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And doing that a lot.
But that don't phase you, huh?
No, because the doctor who did this set, his name is Dr. Don Rivas. He's in Florida, and he is the XXX boob guy. He actually invented this technology called the internal bra. So in all of his patients, even patients that have smaller boobs than mine, he puts the internal bra in every single one of his patients, and it's basically like a sports bra in your skin. So that's why they...
So like perfect.
Yeah, don't even need to wear a bra.
I bet he's really expensive too.
Actually, no, because he's believes in helping his patients, so he's actually pretty...
Oh, okay.
Helping his patients.
Well, shout out to the doctor.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dr. Don Rivas in Florida. I love you, baby.
You ever
shout out?
You ever work with a male porn what do we call actor?
Yeah.
And like get nervous or
Oh God, no.
no?
No, normally.
Or they get nervous.
Yeah.
You?
normally
You the
they'll do
intimidator?
that. Of course.
The Terminator.
The man eater.
The two-handed tornadoer.
The sperminator.
Yes.
Pause.
That was kind of like,
Shut up.
Whoa, man. Nah.
right.
Oh man, that's what's
So
up.
have you ever met people like Corinne Steffens and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They look up to you like a lot of these. Or what do they say when they meet you, or like any advice or anything? Or
Most people don't want advice. Most people think they know everything, which is pretty entertaining because they don't.
Damn, that's what
You'd come out, and if you knew everything, you'd come to set, ready and aware of things. This is not you just, boning somebody in high school or I've had sex with so many people already. I might as well start getting paid for it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
This
Not
is
the same
real
thing.
business.
Yeah, this is a business.
It's like the elite level.
Well, it's supposed to be.
Do you feel like the OnlyFans has let a lot of those type of people in the industry?
Not necessarily in mainstream porn, no, because a lot of girls couldn't, a lot of men either couldn't handle being on set for the length that we're on set. All the stopping and starting, all the additional other people that are there. This is not you just setting up your phone or doing this. It's not that at all, because there's so much additional stuff going on. There's a lot of paperwork. There's a lot of stuff that is done behind the scenes on camera, so that if any legal action were to come up or anything happens, that everything is documented. There's even behind the scenes. So it's gotten pretty intense because of all the stuff that has happened to other performers, other directors, that I know is a flat out lie. And if anybody were to come for me, excuse me, or my husband in any capacity, like, I just don't even know what I would do, because some of these people have ruined people's lives. Like, some people have had to go to jail off of a false rape allegation. And I think that's preposterous, because I've actually been a victim of sexual assault, and you don't play with that. Like, that's not okay, because what happens if something does actually happen to you? Nobody's going to believe you.
Right,
you know, and God, I don't want anything to happen to anybody, man, woman, or child, or animal.
Right.
But when you do those kind of things, like, that makes it really challenging for people who have been an actual victim or somebody who is being falsely accused.
Not nothing to play with.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. And I told my friend once he got out of jail, I said, you need to press charges. And he's like, I just want it to go away. I just want it to go away. I was like, what she did is illegal.
Yeah. She needs to learn.
Until somebody who's been affected by her does something, she's going to keep doing it.
Damn.
So what if somebody did that to her? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cold game.
It is.
If you could give advice to a younger lady that's coming up in the industry right now, what would you tell them?
Porn is forever. There's going to be a lot of work you cannot get because you've been a sex worker. You can't be an NFL cheerleader, not that most people would even want to or could. You can't be a teacher. I was a teacher for quite a long time, and I can't teach in a public school because I have been a sex worker. And there's just a lot of things you can't do, and it's forever. Unless you pay somebody and you have that kind of money, which is millions and millions and millions, sometimes billions of dollars to get your stuff removed, good luck.
Damn.
It's there forever. Your grandkids will see it. Like,
so
anytime you go anywhere, and if there is a morality clause of any kind and you don't disclose and they find stuff out,
you got to really live it and live your
you
truth.
got to understand what you signed up for. That's why when so many young people come in, they don't get it, and then they've lived that life, and you can't do anything else to make that kind of money. You just really can't, unless you're a professional athlete. You can't make that kind of money in that short period of time. And a lot of people get sucked into that character that they created, and they lose who they are, which is why a lot of people start using, start drinking, and can't get out because they don't know how to be anything else, because they never have been anything else.
Damn.
Wow. That's why it's good. You have an actual education. You went to college.
I mean, I've had several careers before I was 27.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And I've had several careers since then. But I am also very transparent about a lot of things. I know what I can and can't do, and I know what kind of situations I'm going to put myself in, because I also know what I signed up for.
Right. Quick question. So how much can someone make, as far as, I know there's levels, but like he was saying, if someone was to start that career?
Start their career as somebody who's unknown, to say like a Browsers. As a man, you'd make maybe $300 to $400 for a scene. Yeah.
$300 to $400?
And you're on set anywhere from 6 to 12 hours. If you're doing a feature, it's longer, and sometimes with a feature, you can get your rate bumped up because you're doing multiple scenes. Also with dialogue. As a girl, there's been times I've done scenes with girls that are pretty well known, and then some that aren't very well known, and the rate isn't that far off. I get paid on the higher scale, but there's been times where I was doing was multiple girls, so it was like 4 girls, 1 guy, and then some extras, and I was the last person to get paid out, so I saw all the stuff. And there was some girls that got 500, some girls that got 800, some girls that were close to my rate, and some that got 15. And then there was a lot of times where the guy made more than the girls. If it's a well-known guy, he's making what I'm making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Sean's thinking about starting.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think with all the online platforms that are out there now, even if you have an agency running your stuff for you, there's more money in that than doing a scene. But I continue to work with Browsers and Naughty and stuff like that, because it keeps my name out there for feature dancing booking. So it's good to do, even if you're just doing 1 to 2 scenes a month. Then that still keeps your name out there in the momentum.
So can someone retire off this? Like retire?
Oh yeah.
Shit, look at this. They said this lady from OnlyFans made $43.4 million.
Wow.
They Is that cap? Is that cap or is that real? What you think?
No, I mean that's real for some people. Yeah, but
She definitely can retire.
But like I tell my husband, you got to understand what they're doing.
What they doing?
What they're doing, and what they're doing to make that money is maybe not something that you're comfortable doing. Because I've had lots of other people like, oh, you can make this, but I'm like, I know I could, but I'm not doing that, or that.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just not going to do that.
That's something you got to live with.
There's just some things that just aren't worth it to me, and that's what I always say. Not all money is good money. Not all publicity is good publicity. It's what can you deal with? Because I've dealt with quite a bit that I wish I never had to deal with. But guess what? I'm on the other side of it, and you can't get through it.
You live and you learn. Huh?
You live and you learn. And, sometimes I just wish I would have shut up and not cared what anybody said. Because the truth doesn't always matter.
In the beginning, were you not like naive? Like, yeah. And then like
I
you
thought
start
the truth
becoming
mattered.
like...
I thought the truth mattered. I was that naive, yeah. Now I know it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
Right.
As long as you know the truth and the people around you that love you know the truth, that's all that matters. All that other stuff, it don't matter.
Facts.
Well, you're definitely a true legend for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask you a couple questions, right?
Okay.
And then you tell me if you mess with this one or you mess with that one. That's cool.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off real easy and light. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into it like this. You like hip hop
Yes.
or R&B better?
Both.
Which one better?
Equal.
Okay.
Okay.
Some coffee or a nice hot tea?
Coffee.
You a daytime person or a night person?
Early morning.
Early morning. The Las Vegas Strip or Times Square?
I'm a New Yorker. Times Square, of course.
The show Cheaters or Catfish?
Catfish.
Cats or dogs?
Oh, all of them.
No, you gotta pick
No, I
one.
can't. That's like ask me which kid is my favorite.
All right. Travel to see the world or just chill out in the States?
In my house.
You like to be home.
Oh, okay.
Netflix and chill or go out on a date?
Oh, Netflix and chill, because then I can not wear anything.
Okay.
Clap it up.
Clap it up for that. A SUV or a big truck?
The big truck has to be able to fit 6 people.
Okay. The NBA or the NFL?
Well, the NBA back in the 80s, the NFL back in the 90s.
Ooh, okay. I'll get you on that one because
Okay.
it's a little different.
Yeah.
That's what's up. You survived random questions with me, PLAZ. That's what's up. I heard you was a big Pac-Man gamer.
Yeah, I've got Mrs. and Mr.
So Kara got the high score in there on our Pac-Man machine.
Okay.
We'll have to see if you good, if you can get, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. So yeah, I just wanted to say we appreciate you coming through and just, kicking it with us,
My pleasure.
giving us time, you know what I'm saying, coming through the lab. And
Thank you.
for that, we're gonna hook you up. We got a lab pack.
Ooh.
That's right.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Inspire.
We appreciate you coming. S Dot, you got anything you wanna
Nice. Aw.
say, S Dot, before we get up out of
I
here?
want to thank you for for your gracious presence.
We're both those are important.
And shout
We're
out,
like teenagers or something.
right? And shout out, to the new baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the husband as well.
Yeah.
you.
And the family. And
Thank you.
I wish you much success.
Thank you. And you guys can find me at Joslyn James, and that's on all platforms. JoslynJames.
Yes.
Yeah, and some of her followers, you can follow your voice.
Yeah, y'all come on, check the show out, man. We got some good shows on. We just had 2 shows. This is all good time.
A lot coming.
Yeah, we got a lot coming, man. Make sure y'all, like, subscribe, and man, check us out at the website, implaz.com. We got the lab packs, man. We got the old shows. We got new shows on there. We got music, man.
Man.
It's just showing us, showing y'all what we got going on, and we appreciate that. We are doing the Lab Blaster giveaway coming soon, so make sure y'all
gonna want that.
Yeah, y'all stick around for that. Johnny John, before we get out of here, anything you want to say?
Hey, check us out, the lab. You feel me? The laboratory at the IG, on Instagram,
YouTube,
everywhere. It's gonna be a lot of lifestyle videos coming out, just like day-to-day things, not just in the studio, but like around the studio. It takes a lot to get here, so just to be in here, so see what Plaza's doing from day to day. Like, it's gonna be a lot of stuff.
Hey, before we get out of here, I want to say, salute to y'all. Y'all performed at the F1.
Oh yeah.
F1, you know what I'm saying? That's like one of the biggest events in the world.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you know what? I got to see what's his name, Lewis Hamilton. Is that his name?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got to see him. I thought that was cool. You know?
That's what's up, man.
His bodyguard smushed him in his face, but he was
Appreciate y'all for watching the show. It's the laboratory. Much love.